Mr. Prime Minister, you say, there I go again. Clearly there's violence. We all watch it. We can see what happens. But let me now quote your own Israeli security people. Again, the context. The West Bank has been occupied since 1967. Settlers are allowed to be there. It is a minority, I know that, but they're there and they are violent, this minority. And it is generally deemed illegal by the rest of the world, the settlers in occupied territory. But that's a background to what I'm going to quote to you. Major General Yehuda Fuchs, who's the commander of your Israeli troops in the West Bank, is he not? Major General Yehuda Fuchs? He said in an interview with the New York Times that he was concerned about what he called settler terrorism and was exerting a lot of effort to avoid it. He said his job is to make sure both Israelis and Palestinians are safe. So if he says that, what is your response to that?
No, what you've been projecting is blatantly false.
Why do you say that?
Overwhelming majority. I'll tell you why I say it, because it's a lie, simply a lie.
No, sir, you
cannot
say that to
Israelis,
me.
Let me
you
finish.
cannot tell me I'm lying.
Christiane,
Mr. Prime Minister, I said a minority of extremists. That's what I said. That's what I said.
It's a tiny minority.
That's what I said.
A tiny minority, and I object the symmetry that you're trying to create here, because out of half a million,
there's no symmetry. I'm talking about your
Israelis,
own generals.
Could I finish the sentence,
yes.
Christiane? Out of 500,000 Israelis that are decent and law-abiding Israelis living in Judea and Samaria, there's several hundred, perhaps even less, who apply violence from time to time. But who's getting murdered? We're seeing Palestinians murder Israelis. We're not seeing Israelis murdering Palestinians. And that's why there's no symmetry here. And I also object, these are not occupied territories. They're territories in dispute. And we have claim to our own place as well as them. I get it. No one's going anywhere. We have to figure out how to live together. That's my job, to provide security for Israelis, dignity for Palestinians. I'm working on that very hard, and we're succeeding. The problem is that the Palestinian leadership is totally corrupt, incompetent, so we have to do the job because there's no one to work with on the other side. And we have to take care, and indeed, we're adding jobs, better jobs, but at the end of the day, my utmost responsibility is to provide security to the Israeli people.
I'm really sorry, but your own ministers from the past say that that's not fair. There is a Palestinian Authority, which is a partner in peace. However, we're not going to conclude this today, but I want to ask you about Ukraine.